Welcome back to our channel. Today, we have breaking news from the South China Sea, where tensions have reached a boiling point between the United States and China. In a startling turn of events, a U.S. Navy aircraft carrier has engaged and destroyed several Chinese warships near the disputed border. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on the latest global news. In a bold and unprecedented move, the U.S. Navy has showcased its military might in the South China Sea, a region embroiled in territorial disputes. Recently, tensions have escalated between the United States and China, with both nations vying for control over the strategically important waters. Today, we bring you the heart-pounding encounter that unfolded near the disputed border, as a U.S. Navy aircraft carrier unleashed its power against Chinese warships. The U.S. Navy aircraft carrier, a symbol of American naval dominance, prowled the South China Sea, closely monitoring Chinese military activities. Suddenly, it detected multiple Chinese warships approaching the disputed border. The tension in the air was palpable as both sides prepared for a confrontation that would have far-reaching consequences. The disputed border in the South China Sea has been a contentious issue for years, with multiple nations laying claim to these resource-rich waters. China's aggressive territorial expansion and construction of military installations have drawn international criticism. The United States, along with its allies, aims to challenge China's increasing influence and assert its commitment to maintaining freedom of navigation. With tensions escalating, the U.S. Navy aircraft carrier sprang into action, launching a squadron of fighter jets to intercept the approaching Chinese warships. The roar of engines filled the air as these formidable aircraft streaked across the sky, ready to defend American interests and send a powerful message to China. As part of a joint military exercise with the Philippines, the U.S. Navy is slated to sink a mock warship in the South China Sea. The live-fire drill is not a response to increased tensions with China over Taiwan, both the U.S. and the Philippines have stressed. But either way, Beijing isn't happy responding by holding its own staged military event involving actual warships and fighter jets deployed around Taiwan, a self-governed island that Beijing claims as its own. The tit-for-tat war games underscore a reality that U.S. presidents have increasingly had to contend with as the 21st century has drawn on. More than a century after President Theodore Roosevelt made the United States the preeminent maritime power in the Pacific, that position is under threat. China is seeking to displace it. As a scholar of East Asian security and maritime disputes, I believe that the growing rivalry between the U.S. and China over dominance of the Pacific has the potential to define geopolitics in the Indo-Pacific region for the next half-century. Already, ongoing maritime disputes pit China against several Asian countries. For example, China regularly challenges the maritime rights of Vietnam, the Philippines and Malaysia in the South China Sea and Japan in the East China Sea. But the disputed waters are also of huge strategic importance to the U.S. It is where China is flexing its growing military might in the face of U.S. allies and partners, notably Taiwan, which the U.S. has committed to defend. If a war between China and the U.S. is going to happen, I believe the South China Sea is likely to be a major theater, with Chinese aggression toward Taiwan the spark. Although economics plays a part, China's actions in the South China Sea are part of a much broader aggressive campaign. Beijing views territorial and maritime control in the region through the lens of its national security. It seeks to project its power in the region and defend the Chinese mainland. Ultimately, as acknowledged by the U.S. government, China is looking to overturn the status quo, replacing the U.S. as the superpower. This battle for power is already taking shape in the South China Sea, with regular confrontations between U.S. naval vessels and China's maritime militia and navy. The artificial islands in the South China Sea provide China with military capabilities far beyond the mainland alone. These outposts can be used to help counter and fight the US and its allies, for example, in a war over Taiwan. While the US is not itself a claimant in the South China Sea disputes, the waters there remain a significant priority for the national security interests of Washington too. It is why the US and its allies conduct freedom of navigation missions through the South China Sea and engage in naval exercises, such as the one taking place in April 2023 with the Philippines. With China playing by a different set of rules than the US and its allies in the region, the risk of clashes at sea is very real. It could even lead to conflict between the two most powerful countries in the world today. The next time a warship is blown up in the South China Sea, I fear that it may not be just a drill. What followed was a fierce exchange of firepower. The U.S. Navy aircraft carrier unleashed a barrage of missiles and precision strikes, targeting the Chinese warships. Explosions ripped through the sea surface as the battle unfolded, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. This clash of naval forces intensified the ongoing geopolitical tensions between the two nations. The news of this clash quickly spread worldwide, capturing the attention of global leaders and military strategists. As the situation unfolds, analysts speculate about the implications this confrontation may have on the fragile balance of power in the region. Will this spark a larger conflict between the United States and China? The world watches with bated breath. And there you have it, the explosive encounter between a U.S. Navy aircraft carrier and Chinese warships near the South China Sea border. This incident serves as a stark reminder of the escalating tensions between these two superpowers and the potential consequences for regional stability. We'll continue to bring you updates as this story develops. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment below, and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.